Hey everybody, my name is Megan Pope. I'm one of the co-founders of Team Tot Knot, which is our smaller, team within the Beachbody organization. So the coach that invited you here today is on our team as well. Wanted to do a couple things in this welcome video. First, give you an overview of how the day will go, share a little bit with you about my journey and how I got to be where I am, and then kind of answer some of the overarching questions when it comes to Beachbody, being a Beachbody coach, and how it might fit into your world. So first, this is a really simple group. Our hope is that it's really user-friendly and accessible. We only have about 6 posts today. We will be covering some different aspects of coaching in each of those posts, and we'll have a video, and we'll also have information in the actual text of the post, so that if you have the time to watch and want to connect with us that way, that's great. If you just want to read through, you have that option as well. If you have questions, please, feel free to leave them in the comments, because if you have them, somebody else might have them as well. But you can also just message the coach that invited you here, whatever works best for you. Like I said, there's about 6 posts throughout the day. We will keep the group open through tomorrow, so that we have a couple people that weren't able to check this out until late tonight. So that gives them a chance to check it out before we take it down. So first, a little bit about my journey if you don't know me. I have 4 small kids. They're 4, 3, 1.5, and 3 months. So Beachbody came into my life at a wonderful time, because I was really at a point that I was just starting to feel really overwhelmed and not taking time for myself like I always had been pretty good about doing. I'm a runner. I was into CrossFit, and we moved during my 3rd pregnancy. We experienced the loss of my father-in-law unexpectedly. My husband had a new job, so there were just a lot of factors at play. And the one area that definitely just seemed to get cut, and it was my own fault too, was just taking time to take care of me. And I've always been a big believer in, being active really impacts your stress level, your ability to manage stress and anxieties, and I just wasn't doing that. I was exhausted. I was finding myself to have very little patience with my kids, with my husband, with my parents. I was struggling, and not in a way that probably needed any professional attention, but it was tough. I was having a tough go, and getting out of the house to work out just wasn't an option. I had kind of always snubbed my nose at Beachbody, and I don't really know why. I didn't know much about it. I think I assumed that what I saw on television was probably photoshopped, and that people were not having those kind of results. We already ate very cleanly, and so the concept of Shakeology was kind of crazy to me, to pay that kind of money to do that to have a shake every day or a smoothie. I thought that I didn't know a lot about it, so I just was like, it's not for me. So last fall, when my 3rd was about 8 weeks or so old, my upline coach invited me to check out a challenge group, and I figured I had nothing to lose. And I very quickly came to fall in love with the whole challenge group concept. I was an athlete in high school. I coached basketball when I was a high school English teacher, and I loved that supportive environment. I loved other women being kind and supportive and uplifting to one another, and it was really nice to connect with other people that didn't have it all together. I think on Facebook a lot and social media, you see this projection of people's lives that makes you feel even more stressed and like you're not doing a good job. And so having this burst of positivity and moments throughout my day, each day, was wonderful for me. I think one of the biggest impacts that the Beachbody organization has brought into my life is there's a lot of emphasis on personal development, on reading things, spending time every single day to read things to get your mind right. I hadn't thought about that in years, and I desperately needed it, but I didn't know. So that alone was incredibly beneficial to me. You know, everybody around me started to notice a difference in my outlook and just my overall attitude every single day. You know, my parents commented on it, my husband commented on it. I found myself trying to find peace and ingratitude in situations that were just a few weeks prior driving me crazy. And I think that all of that is attributed to being a part of a challenge group. So when my coach approached me about coaching, I said, I'll think about it just so that I can get the discount on Shakeology, because after I said I would not stick with it, 10 days in, I felt way better. I had so much more energy. I was noticing that some things like my digestive tract and other like health issues were starting to change positively. And the only thing I had changed in my diet was Shakeology. So I thought that it was worthwhile to learn about being a coach just so that I could get that discount, but I didn't have any intention on actively coaching. But about a month later, being involved in the challenge group for one more month, I realized that if this was such a good thing in my life, that there had to be so many other people that didn't even realize that these challenge groups exist, that I could share this with and perhaps help them feel better and get through a tough situation. So I did start sharing my journey. I was very encouraged by the business plan or the practice that Beachbody kind of promotes, is just sharing your story, that we share, we don't sell, like we share our experience with others. And once they see how it's impacted our lives, they're going to be curious, and then you just tell them about it. So that made sense to me. I was already on social media a lot. That was like kind of my comfort zone. You don't have to be on social media in order for this to work for you. But it was very easy for me to share my story, through Facebook and Instagram, because I was already talking about a lot of things in my life. It wasn't a huge jump for me. And very quickly, I just became a much more active coach. It doesn't feel like work to me. I think that regardless of what my exercise is for the remainder of my life, I would like to be participating in something like a challenge group. I think that I will always consider myself a runner first, but there's different seasons of your life. And right now I just can't run the way that I used to. And my body wasn't reacting the same way that it was. So being able to cut my running back to 2 or 3 days a week versus 5 days a week, and still getting really good workouts the other days, has significantly impacted my training for races. I think that the constant focus on self-growth and continuing to try to be the best version of you every single day is something that I will always try to strive to incorporate into my life. And doing that through a challenge group has just been a very easy way to manage that. So that's kind of how I came to be a coach. I've been a coach now for 13 months. I didn't have expectations of earning money really. And then when I did, they were such small expectations that it's kind of funny to look back. I had no idea what was possible. I hoped to pay for Shakeology, and then I hope maybe to earn like a little bit of money. My daughter's preschool tuition is $155 a month. So I figured, okay, well, maybe I can pay for Genevieve's preschool. That was last year. And then so this year was, maybe I can pay all of Eloise's like medical bills with the Beachbody money. And I'm surpassing every time I think maybe I can. The financial opportunity is very great depending on how much work you want to put into it. And I don't feel like this has taken over my life. It's something that I really, really enjoy. I've been able to connect with so many positive individuals. I've had already so many incredible experiences by being a Beachbody coach that I don't have really anything negative to say about it. My husband and I just found out that we are going to get to go on an all expense paid trip next spring to Punta Cana as a rewards trip for the work that I've been doing the last year. We haven't taken a trip since we had our kids. So that alone is like so exciting and so fun. And I feel very thankful to be able to have the opportunity to do something like that just by doing things that make my life better every single day. Being a coach, being involved in challenge groups does not add stress to my life. It truly makes my life better every day. I'm bringing my A game and I am living with purpose. And so much of that is coming from being a coach. So that's a little bit about my background. I do work. I work as a market research insights director for a market research firm. I work from home, so I have pretty flexible hours. But I do at times, work full-time hours. I just kind of do it in a funky way, like a non-traditional way. So you don't have to, be a stay-at-home mom to be a Beachbody coach. You don't have to be a mom to be a Beachbody coach. You don't have to be a fitness guru or a trainer or a nutritionist to be a Beachbody coach. I think that sometimes I know I had misperceptions about what it meant to be a coach. So I think that's probably one question that would be really, I'm sure, is on your mind is, what does it mean to be a coach? Really, a coach is a combination of a brand rep and a cheerleader. We are there to help our friends and family members and what will become your challengers set goals, find a program that will work for them, give them support along their journey. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but anytime somebody sees an infomercial or clicks on a banner ad and orders something through Beachbody, they are always assigned a coach. Beachbody really believes in that, it's not just the fitness, it's not just the nutrition, but it's having that accountability and support that makes these programs work and helps people get the results that they're looking for. So they offer a coach to every customer to ensure that they have an accountability partner and that they can get the results that they're looking for. So as a coach, you're that person. You're there to engage them, ask them how they're doing, let them know that they can do it when things get hard. We do share recipes and we run challenge groups. And that might seem like a lot of work if you were on, the challenger side, but on the coach side as a network, it's a huge collaborative community. We share meal plans, we share templates for challenge groups, we share pictures to post for points and pictures to post for inspiration. There are files upon files upon files that you can utilize to make this easier for you. You can run groups with your coach and with other coaches. I always run groups with a couple coaches so that not one person is bearing all of this responsibility. And it's just a really collaborative environment. So you're part cheerleader, you're part brand rep. Typically Beachbody coaches are a product of the product. They love the programs or they love Shakeology and they're telling people about them. So, but that doesn't mean that you only can do Beachbody programs. If you are into CrossFit or if you are into yoga or if you are a runner, so often I think people think, well, I can't do Beachbody because I do this. I always tell people, first of all, what works for you might not work for everybody. And having someone that they know to ask opinions and get some guidance from could be the difference in somebody starting a weight loss program and starting like on a journey to get healthy and not. Because it's nerve-wracking. It feels uncomfortable for so many people to ask for help. So just because you don't do something in the Beachbody wheelhouse, I don't think that means that you can't be a really tremendous coach. I have a lot of runners in my group that they are runners and they use these programs to supplement their running. I have a lot of CrossFit folks, both as challengers and as fellow coaches on our team, that PiYo in particular is a really great program for CrossFitters because it brings in mobility and flexibility, and a lot of times people skip that aspect when they're in CrossFit because they just don't have the time to make it to a mobility class. I have some people on my team that don't really do the programs, but they are diehard Shakeology drinkers, and they drink it every single day, and they believe in it, and they understand all of the health benefits from drinking Shakeology. So that's where they are, an expert when it comes to the Beachbody, platform. So there are a lot of different ways that you can be a brand rep. You don't have to be just one or the other, but that's really the role of a coach, to be part brand rep, part cheerleader. I'm trying to make sure that we cover everything, and I don't want this video to be too long. How do you make money? Our next post is going to be about that, but basically you earn 25% of every program that goes through you. So Challenger asks for your help. You help them find a program, they purchase it, you earn 25% commission off of that purchase. You have the opportunity to grow a team like we've done, and when you do that, you do not earn 25% off of your coaches. They get their own discount, but as a team, you guys, we have the opportunity to earn more money because the company will match and do what we call cycle bonuses based on our team volume. So I think that sometimes people have this notion of a pyramid scheme and worry that Beachbody is that, and it's not at all, because I don't take anything from the coaches underneath me. They earn their own commission, but as a team, our total sales and volume, we can earn money from the company based on how much volume we are putting through. So just like to kind of put that out there too. So you can earn commission. You can also earn from growing your team and increasing your team's volume. Let's see. If you are not familiar with Beachbody at all, which I'm sure you are a little bit, but just in case you're not, Beachbody is the organization that has all of the fitness programs. Insanity, P90X were probably the first two really big ones on the market 7 or 8 years ago. Since then, 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, Body Beast, Lemon 6, Shailene Extreme, Turbo Fire, Turbo Jam, Max 30, T25, these are all Beachbody programs. Shakeology, the performance line. There's a lot to offer in the Beachbody platform, and being a Team Beachbody member means that you're a coach and that you're helping people be their healthiest self and their best version by using our products. Different types of coaches. So you can be what is considered a discount coach. If you are already drinking Shakeology every day and you love the programs, it's worthwhile to think about being a discount coach. You get 25% off of everything that you buy. So it takes your Shakeology from approximately $130-ish every month to about $99 every month. There are no sales quotas. There's nothing that you have to do. My mom is a discount coach. She drinks Shakeology every single day. She's never logged into her online office. She will never earn commission. She's totally fine with that. You can be a part-time coach, in which you are, perhaps your goal might be to reduce your Shakeology, cover the cost of your Shakeology, maybe make a couple extra bucks here and there, but you don't have elaborate plans. That's perfectly fine. You can work to be a full-time coach, which means not that you're working full-time, but that you are working towards earning full-time income with part-time hours and flexibility. Unbeknownst to me, so I've taken that path just because this has been so fun for me that I don't feel like I am working that hard, but the opportunities really are endless, and we'll be sharing some stories with you guys today of coaches on our team that have been able to leave their full-time jobs, to gain more flexibility, to have financial freedom, to have freedom to be with their family, if they have young kids at home. There's just a lot of opportunity there. So just be open-minded and be sure to communicate with us what you're looking for and what your reservations and your hesitations are. And I know that there is, information that we can share with you to put you at ease. So please, let me know, let your coach know, and we'll be happy to chat through those hesitations with you. Last thing before this video ends, something made you show up today. Something made you say yes to joining this group. So when you're finished watching or reading through the post, if you'll do me a favor and just tell us why you said yes today, okay? We are so looking forward to getting to know you better, and hopefully you get lots of great information from our group today. All right?